to my channel. You may recall a few months back, I can't believe it's been a few months, I feel like it's been a lifetime ago, but I made a video about how I manifested my then fiance, now husband. I feel like I probably should have been wearing my ring for this, but I promise you we are still married. That video popped off a little bit, and to this day it's actually the most viewed video on my channel, and as the most viewed video on my channel, I got a lot of comments. And there were quite a few people in the comments that were confused about a singular point that I made in that video. And while we did have some discussions in that comment section, I actually got another question about it a couple days ago and was like, you know what? I'm just gonna clear the air and make a whole video explaining this because I can say so much more in a video than I can in a comment reply, you know? In that video, I said that you can't force anyone to do anything and that you shouldn't even want to. And to start it off, I just wanna say that I 100% stand by what I said in that video. I said what I said, I meant what I said what I meant, so on and so forth. But in this video, I really want to dive deep into that concept of free will and how it plays into your manifestations. And more than anything, I want to explain why I feel like acknowledging that you can't force someone to
Pick me, choose me, love me
is a limiting belief. And before I get into that, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, I highly recommend doing so. I have a whole playlist on manifestation, including that video on how to manifest a specific person. Actually, I kind of recommend watching that before watching this one because I'm not really going to do a recap or anything, and I feel like it'll make more sense, but up to you. But I really do love the discussions that we have on here, and it's one of my favorite parts. So if you want to join in on that, make sure you're subscribed and comment down below if you want to talk about this video, if you have questions, if you disagree. I want to hear it all. Okay, so let's get into it. The first point that I want to make is that manifesting is about you. When it comes to manifesting anything, especially a relationship, it all comes back to you. And what I mean by that is that your perception of the world, of people, of yourself is the basis of your manifestations. So if your perception of yourself is that you're not worthy of true love, you're not worthy of true love. If your perception of the world is that it's filled to the brim with losers and that dating is like sifting through a never-ending pile of trash, dating for you is gonna be the biggest dumpster dive of your life. And it sounds counterintuitive, but bear with me. When you're manifesting a specific person, you first gotta look inward because it really starts with you. Be very clear. Why are you manifesting this specific person? Why are you manifesting a relationship in general? Is it because your perception of this person is that they're a flawless human being who can do no wrong and they're just so magnetic that you just want to be around them and soak it all up? Is it because deep down you just want to be loved unconditionally? Is it because you want a supportive person there with you through your everyday life? When you get closer to your why, you get better clarity on what it is that you actually want. Sometimes we originally feel like we're manifesting a significant other, but deep down we actually just want to feel comfortable, confident, loved, and supported. And a relationship can and will bring those things, but you might surprise yourself with how those desires can be fulfilled in other areas of your life. Not to mention, I feel like when it comes to crushes and things like that, it's very, very easy to get lost in the sauce and you end up putting this person on a pedestal when you don't even really know them. That was my entire high school experience. The truth is that we're all human. Your specific person is human. They're not perfect because no one is. They might be a good match for you, but they're not perfect. They're not out of your league or whatever. They're a flawed person who is on their journey and just trying to figure it out like everybody else. That's why it's really important to me to be abundantly clear on what it is that I actually want and what the current situation actually is, because it is surprisingly easy to manifest a specific person, get into a relationship with them, and then realize you done goofed and they are not the person for you at all. So stay true to yourself. Stay true to what you're actually desiring and let your intuition guide you in that way instead of getting caught up in a fantasy about what you perceive this person to be. You know what I'm saying? So we're looking inward for our manifestations. We're not exalting anyone or putting them on a pedestal when they shouldn't be. We're abundantly clear on what we truly want. Let's address the elephant in the room. We're gonna talk about free will. You know how I said earlier that your perception of the world and yourself and other people guides your entire existence? That's true for everyone. Each one of us has our own unique perspective on ourselves, on the world, on the people we surround ourselves with, everything. And as an extension of this, we're all free to make our own decisions, to manifest whatever we want, and to move along our journeys in our own way. This is why I say that you can't and you shouldn't want to manipulate someone into loving you, liking you, or giving you the time of day if you ask for it. Now, you might feel like acknowledging that everyone's on their own path and everyone has their own desires for their life is a limiting belief, right? Well, if my specific person is living their own life and they want nothing to do with me, you're saying that I can't manifest them? Now, if you've been pursuing someone for years and they've made it abundantly clear that they don't like you and they don't want you around, be a respectful human being and give them space, okay? Stop trying to force stuff there. Any additional action that you take towards making them your significant other in that situation is not moving with good energy. And I know that sounds very woo-woo, but like, it's just bad vibes, okay? I'm just gonna say it, it's a bad vibe. If you choose to do that, you're moving with major desperation, and being desperate and manifesting really don't go together. Manifesting is about living in the end, living as if you already have the thing that you're manifesting. And how are you gonna be moving with all this desperate energy over something that you already have? Doesn't really compute. Whenever you're pushing and pushing and forcing someone to see the world the same way you do or see yourself the same way you do, you're creating harm, okay? Consent is important. We love consent. Leave that person alone, okay? However, I did say earlier that everything in your world is based on your perception of it, right? If you're familiar with Neville Goddard, you've probably heard the phrase, everyone is you pushed out. That essentially means that your brain is interpreting a version of everything and everyone that you encounter on a daily basis. As a result, the world that you live in is a reflection of your own beliefs and perspective, you feel me? So if you're manifesting a specific person or a relationship, it's super important to acknowledge this truth and let that guide you. This is the basis of manifesting literally anything. Money, a new house, a new job, a promotion, a person, move into a new city, a new car, whatever it may be. So when it comes to a relationship, you have to have a perception of yourself that you are capable of giving unconditional love and that you are worthy of receiving it. You gotta have this perception of the world that your person is out there and waiting for you. And this is where having an abundance mindset really comes in clutch, because there are billions of people on this planet, okay? Don't get so hung up on the one person who doesn't like you, because trust me, you got options. You got a lot of options, even in your own town or city or state or whatever. And when it comes to manifesting a specific person, you have to have the perception that there's someone out there who is willfully, on their own accord, choosing to love you. This person wants to support you. They want to be with you, and they're choosing to do that on their own. So to me, with this in mind, manifesting a specific person doesn't entail going on TikTok and looking up how to manifest a text back in 24 hours. Okay? This isn't about showing up everywhere they are and trying to manipulate the situation so that they see you across the room and notice you and come over and talk to you or something like that. It's really not that deep. It's not that difficult. This is simply about becoming the kind of person who attracts well-meaning, loving, and supportive partners. There's no desperation, there's no manipulation, there's no force. Be the person that you would be in a happy, healthy relationship, and you will attract a happy, healthy relationship. When I was manifesting a relationship with Will, I wasn't worried about texting him first. Who is in a happy, healthy relationship and worried about who's texting who first? I wasn't worried about him dating other people or talking to anyone else, because who's in a happy, healthy relationship and thinking about their partner entertaining other people? And the biggest thing is that I wasn't hiding who I truly was and trying to put my best foot forward so that he'd like me. I was authentically myself from the jump, because if you're in a happy, healthy relationship with someone, they know who you truly are and they love you for that. There's really no need to put up a front. This is the honest way that I see it, and I really don't want to offend you when I say this, but if you feel threatened by the idea that someone is willfully choosing to be involved with you or to not be involved with you, I feel like that's a situation where it helps to look inward. What is it about your perception of yourself that makes you feel like someone wouldn't willingly love you on their own? What is it about your perception of yourself that makes you feel like you need to manipulate someone into loving you? You're a good person, okay? You love deeply, you care, you believe in yourself, you're confident, you're attractive, you're magnetic. Why wouldn't someone love that? This is what I was really trying to get at in my first video about how to manifest a specific person. Manifesting and manipulation cannot coexist. To me, I feel like the desire to manipulate is a sign that something about your perception of yourself is not in alignment. And you can think about this when it comes to other manifestations as well, right? You're not manipulating your boss into giving you a raise. Your boss is giving you a raise because you deserve one, because you work hard, you're intelligent, You're an asset to the company that you work at. Why wouldn't she give you a raise? You don't need to manipulate someone into being in a relationship with you, okay? They're gonna be in a relationship with you because you're desirable as fuck. Yes, you are. They're gonna wanna be in a relationship with you because your heart's in the right place, because you're authentically yourself, and you always have been, and you always will be, and they love that. You really don't need to force it, and you don't have to move with desperate energy. You are enough. Your perspective on yourself and on the world around you is enough. So I hope that cleared some stuff up. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down below. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you want to discuss. But whatever you're manifesting, I know it's going to work out for you. If you're manifesting a specific person, what's meant to happen is going to happen. And I'm so freaking excited for you. You have no idea. And with that, I will see you in my video next weekend. Love ya.